Hello, my friends. Come on into the craft room because we have something really fun that we're going to do today. You're probably watching the replay, so let me know if you are catching the replay, and I would love to chat with you guys this morning. And we're going to chat about real life stuff too. So, welcome. If you are new here, my name is Beth and I help you craft your story and your life and all of the things through creativity. And we use that to help bring our purpose and our mission and all of that to life. So, if that sounds like something that's interesting to you, you should hit that follow button. I would love to welcome you in. So, this morning, I had a live scheduled on the main page. No, I had a live scheduled in the VIP group. Hello, Angel, and tried to go live in there. There was a little bit of just technical difficulties, and so out of frustration, I went in this other way to go live. And in that frustration, I didn't pick the group. I picked the page, the live page. So you guys got a bonus live this morning, putting this together. Oh my goodness, it's adorable. Um, but we were going to do this in the VIP group. And you guys, I have 11 napkins of this. Okay. If you're a VIP member, you've got this in your subscription box. Okay. And that's why I was doing it in there. Anyway, I have 11 extra napkins. And so I sent an email about um, the next 11 orders that have this window pane in their order is going to get a free napkin. So I don't know what number you're going to be. I haven't checked to see how many have already sold or if they're gone, or I know they're not gone. Let me just say that. I know they're not gone. Hello, hello, Jane. Hello, Debbie and Michelle and Kathy and Deb and Connie. We got all the peeps here tonight. So I'm so glad you guys are here. We are going to do, I know we just did these Monday, but I want to show you a different way to do them. Remember, I released simple projects, simple kits for you guys. And that way I can show you like multiple ways to put them together, okay? How versatile they actually are. Um, if you want to grab this window, let me look at the number. It is, you can put, you can comment sold space 1219. Okay. Sold space 1219 if you want the window, and it'll pop into your messenger and you can check it out, check out all the details. If you want these, if you want the link to these sent to you, you can put sold space 1211. Okay. Um, so the other day we scrapbook papered them. We Mod Podge scrapbook paper on them in a very shabby chic. I should have brought them down here so that I could show you the difference. Um, they're upstairs though. I'll take a picture for you, okay? Good evening. You weren't expecting to see me until 8. I did send an email today that said it would be 7 because we don't have baseball tonight. And so I like to not have to work till 9 o'clock at night. So yeah, we changed it to 7 tonight. So make sure, check the email list. I even said it on the live this morning, but I get how social media notifications are. I totally get that. Did you get my update on your craft box and your kids' boxes? You know what, Kathy? I don't know if I checked those. Did you send me an email? Because if you told me in the comments, I will lose that. Um, And so forgive me if I did, but send me a message. That way see that something is from you and I will check on it. Okay. I will absolutely check on it. I think there was one other person. Yeah. I will do that for you. All right. So these we're going to paint to look like to just kind of blend in so we can use them in the same little vignette. Um, You don't have to. Like, you can display them separately. Oh, thank you. Somebody said they like my shirt. I can't, but I know a guy. Amen to that, right? I can't, but I know a guy. And if you, I mean, that's a cross, so you know what that means. All right. They are coming to replace my window tomorrow. And I'm so excited about it. I should show you guys the window. It's really bad. I should show you the window. All right. So here is my thoughts. We use the sage mint, which is the deco art on the frame. But we also have in here, that light is really bright for some reason right now. in here, there's a little bit darker. And so we're going to use the sage mint and the olive. Okay. And then I was looking at the orange and yellow flowers. And I really think that this tiger lily, let me adjust this. Does this look really bright to you? Or your color is kind of bright? Oh, that's more like it. That's more like it. All right. So this was the tiger lily and this is the buttercup. No, that's sunshine yellow. And then here's the purples we're going to use. And then the pink, I really think that so I love Pink Eraser from Apple Barrel, but I also love it mixed with a smidge of red, and it's going to get a really deep pink color. So we'll play with that too. Let's go ahead and do the let's go ahead and do all of the stems first. I think that's a good idea. We'll do all the stems first. Did anybody, my window, so we thought it was just leaking because it's destroyed the sheetrock around it, like it gets moisture in. And ooh, there is a big clump of something in there. There we go. Um, anyway, I mean, it's one of those things that I kept putting off and I kept putting off and I kept putting off. And so finally had it looked at, and it's actually a defective window. So, but we can't go back on anybody. We replaced it. He said it was nothing to do with anything we did. It was just a defective window. So I was like, great. But so now we got to fix the sheetrock around it. It's actually really gross, but I'll have to show you guys. Okay, so we're gonna use the sage mint and we're gonna just do, and I probably am gonna put some on the edges here. Um, I just think these are stinking adorable, you guys. And I do want the edges to be covered. Remember, if you're scrapbooking, using scrapbook paper on these, if you're Mod Podging them, anything, remember that you have to paint both sides, okay? Because the way they go together, we're going to have to paint that backside too. So just so you know. And we got all confused when we were on Monday. And man, I kept mixing up all the pieces, all the scrapbook paper on the wrong things. If you want to watch a video, if you want to watch a live where somebody is making you feel like you definitely have your life together because theirs is such a mess, go watch that one because that's what that video was. It was a mess, but we went with it. It was fun. And everything was fixed. So we got it all figured out. Now, this is going to take a little bit longer because we are painting the edges of them. I just really think it's going to finish the look of them. And we painted the edges on the frame, the window frame too. And so there's no brown showing on that. And so I don't really want any brown showing on these, just to keep it soft, bright and soft for spring, since that's kind of the look we're going for. Seal failure. Yes. Yes. It's literally destroyed the sheetrock around it. Thankfully, he said it hasn't destroyed like the what are they called? The studs. It didn't destroy the studs. So thankfully we don't have to like strip it down that far, but we are gonna have to replace sheetrock and stuff. Good times, right? House repairs, you're always needing to spend money on something, I feel like. It's like sometimes I'm envious of people who rent, and then I'm like, well, I wouldn't be able to have done all the things that we've done to our home, but then you have the added stress of just if the air conditioning goes out or the heat goes out, something expensive, it's on you. It's on you. And I don't know about you, but I have not been financially savvy for the majority of my life. And so, yeah, I've had to learn things the hard way. This sage is really pretty. It's called Sage Mint from Deco Art. It's very pretty. Love, love, love. If you guys could sprinkle this video out. Um, our our purpose, our mission here on this page is to use creativity to help you live in your purpose and your mission in life, okay? Your purpose. And we just do that through creativity. We lean into the good Lord that blesses us with every day. And so, if you believe in that mission, if you believe that there are people out there that need a little bit of joy and creativity and hard work in their life, you should definitely sprinkle this video out because there is room for everyone here. There's room for everyone here. So, my friend Danielle from Imperfect Dust, she just released a book, and you guys, I'm reading it. She sold out. She just, I think it was yesterday, she released it, and she sold out. So right now, yours, if you buy one, it won't be shipped until Friday. I think. Don't quote me on that. I may have misread that. Anyway, she is a great, um, amazing, strong, faith-filled woman who really strives to walk in her purpose and strives to serve him on a daily basis. And I think that is absolutely amazing. That's what I try to do every day. And so, surrounding yourself with people like that is absolutely crucial. And so I just love her first chapter was on authenticity. Now, this is a business book. If you're not in a business world, I mean, you're probably going to get nuggets from it. If you don't have a business, you're probably still going to get nuggets from it because the first one is about authenticity. And here's the thing, the first chapter, the first section, something. I don't know. What is that? Um, Authenticity you have to have in life, even when you're not running a business and trying to make an impact in the world. Okay. Authenticity is something that we can all take, authenticity and vulnerability. Kathy, you can do it to Beth at theruffleddaisy.org. Okay. And I will check that. So we have everything out that has been ordered through yesterday. So if any orders have come through today, any of you orders, ladies that want to order today, those will be out within. Why does it sound like my house is falling apart? Oh, Parker must be rolling his chair in his room. He's right above me. Those will be shipped out within 2 days, okay? So just know we're kind of at a 2-day shipping window right now. So when I say that, Kathy, if I need to recut anything, um, if we need to file claims on anything, I will get that done. So here's the thing. If some of you have been checking out, you may notice something in the checkout part that talks about shipping insurance. That is optional, but if you do it, and you get a package or you have a package that's lost, you don't have to do the research on it. Okay. You don't have to do the research on it. I will file a claim and I'll just send you a new one. Okay. That's what that shipping insurance is for. Hi, Brenda. How are you? These are in my shop, Darcel. Yes. You can comment. Let me look. Sold space 1211 for these little tulips. And we're actually making them to match our little window frame that we did this morning. That window frame is the 12-inch one, if you guys want that one. And that is sold space 1219. In your divorce, you lost your home at 20. So heartbreaking, but I know God had a reason for it. You're good now. I'm so glad you're good now. It's always so hard to go through those times though when you're like, why is this what you're why is this really a part of your plan, God? Why? But yes, sometimes we don't see that until we're on the other side sometimes. Oh, Marissa loves Danielle, and that's how she found me. Well, I am so glad that, I mean, I just absolutely love Danielle. So we are in good company, Marissa. We are in good company. Anne, has your order gone out? Is that the one that you wanted to take care of on April 3rd? Um, I mean, so I have it ready, and as soon as you want to take care of it, it will go out. Okay. but it is definitely ready for you, my friend. If you want, I can go ahead and send you the invoice and you can just pay for it whenever it is convenient for you, but it is ready. These are adorable. These are adorable. I just love them. So we scrapbooked them. Darcel, if you didn't see, because you didn't know these were in the shop, that means you missed our live on Monday. So was it Monday that we did these? Yeah, I think it was. It was Monday that we did these, and we actually used scrapbook paper on them. Oh, we didn't get this one all done. We used scrapbook paper on them, and they turned out absolutely adorable. We did them a little bit shabby chic, and so I loved it. All right, so oh, this one, and then I think the rest are done. And then we're gonna dry these, and then we're gonna use the same brush probably, and we're going to put some of that olive green on it just for some depth, dimension, and we'll just kind of add to it until we get the feel and the look of what we're wanting. All right, is that all of them? I think so. Very good. All right, I will do that. Okay, Anne. So sorry you've been sick or so. That is no fun. That is no fun. I'm so sorry to hear that. So I told you we were going to use that same paintbrush, but I don't think we are. I think we're going to use a round one. And maybe we're going to use probably this size. This size. This size, right? I don't know why I pulled it here. Like I was trying to look at the size or something. Oh, geez. All right. I think these are pretty dry. I think, is this the same sage mint color we used on Monday? I think it might be. All right, those go together. These go together. These go together. All right. Oh, well, I guess we don't. We're still working on these. We're not doing the other color yet. So I'm going to pick up a little bit of the sage as well as some of the um, olive. And we're going to blend here. We're just going to do a little bit of blending. And I'm not sure if I'm loving that. Actually, I am loving that. Can you guys see that? Now we're going to have to do all the sides like this. Let me zoom in a little bit. How about that? You guys can really see what we're working on. How's that? Oh my goodness, look at there. I say that's pretty darn good. The flower is sold space 1211, and the window is sold space 1219, and I'll show you that as well. I got too much olive on this one. So we're just going to blend it a little bit, and then we're just going to go back with a little bit more of the sage mint. There we go. There's that one. Not perfect, but is it quiet? Is the heat tool really quiet? I know you guys said that earlier today. That's so funny. I mean, I don't like it doesn't seem super quiet to me, but I'm glad it does for you. It seems like a normal heat gun, but I'm glad it's quiet to you guys. That way you don't have to listen to the annoying sound of it. All right, so I'm just kind of shadowing and just making it look a little bit more realistic than just paint. Because like Monday, we just did the paint, the green on the bottom here. We didn't do, let's do a little bit more. We didn't add any of like this shading and all of that. All right, let's do a little bit more light on that side. There we go. These are going to look so adorable. You guys definitely should grab some of these. They've been popular. Nicole did them on her page. I think that was a Monday that she did that. I could be wrong. Don't quote me. So you're going to be able to see all the different ways that you can put these together. I showed you a way on Monday, and Nicole showed a way, and now this is even a different way. So I cannot wait to even put all these together and take a picture of them like separately so you can see them all together and the difference. He does always work things for our good, Angel. Anyway, Darcel, I'm so sorry you've been sick, my friend. That is no fun. Let's praying a little bit more on this side. All right. Now we're gonna have to go back to our heat tool again because now we have to do the back side of all those. And now if they're not perfect, it's okay. All right. No two leaves on a plant are perfect. All right. They all have different variegation in them and shading and all that. I posted it earlier, Deb. I can share it again. Okay. I'll post it inside the VIP group and I'll post it here on the page as well for the heat gun. Okay. I really like it, but y'all, it will burn you. Yeah, it will burn you. All right. I think these are good. This one still needs a little bit. We'll just do this one last. All right. Now let's do this side and we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to try not to. Oh, I love that. All right. We're going to set that there. Oh, what? That's no fun, Darcel. Man, I feel like the older we get, the harder stuff does get us, doesn't it? I was thinking about that today. You know, I turned 49 this year, and I was like, man, I am not as strong as I've wanted to be at 49, but it doesn't mean that I can't start now, right? Like, if I, doesn't matter how old I am. I mean, we're always going to lose things as we get older, but it doesn't mean that I can't start right now because then that will just make tomorrow better. So it's the mindset we need to all have. And that way, it'll fight off illnesses a little bit more, all that. Like if we are able to keep our mind and our body um like physically strong and mentally strong, it helps keep us from getting as sick because being sick is no fun. Think I need to get a little bit more of this sage mint out because let's see. There we go. These are so cute, you guys. You did update, but I think it went to the shop app. Okay. You can it does kinda look like watercolors, doesn't it? Yeah, it does, Debbie. I mean, Kathy, you can send me a message here on Facebook, but here's the thing. I those get lost in the feed because some of you have notifications on for, videos, and then that pops up as the most recent one, and then, if there's something that you have been trying to tell me, um Facebook Messenger is just probably not the best way to get a hold of me, okay? I do usually eventually, but it just takes so much time and things just get lost, honestly. So, I mean, you guys always feel free to email me anything. Respond to an email that you get from me anyway. Facebook Messengers just get lost some. I'm still a baby. I don't feel like it all the time. Angel says she's almost 60 and living her best life. That is what we should all be doing, my friend. And it doesn't mean just because Angel is living her best life does not mean that she does not have hard days. Okay. I think we lose sight of that when people are like, I'm living my best life. You can live your best life in spite of living in a broken, sin filled world. Okay. Hello, Linda. How are you? Darcel, there is a lot going around. There is a lot going around. All right. let's clean up this so we don't start transferring green onto the pretty colors now, because now we get to add all the beautiful colors. Although I'm going to tell you right now that that green is a pretty beautiful color. Let's go ahead and clean that up because we're not going to need that anymore. All right, so let's go ahead and do this, the yellow first, the orange and yellow. All right, these go together. Stack those there. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you. I think I'll leave it zoomed in. I was going to zoom out a little bit, but I think I'll leave it zoomed in. That way you can see the flower I'm working on. Does that sound like a deal? Let's see. Let's do this one pink. Um, this one purple and this one yellow. How about that? We're going to use sponges and we're going to do some shading, or we're going to use our burnish technique to add some other color. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some of the yellow out and some of this tiger lily out, which I think is really gorgeous. And we're going to go ahead and put a base coat of the tiger lily on, and we're probably going to have to do two in that. Oh, I lost the comments. We're going to have to do two in that. So, and then we'll go and do burnish of some of the yellow on it. Oh, I can imagine Angel. She said that with her husband having stage 4 cancer, it's helped her with learning to live your best life. Yes. And isn't that like we got to have things like that that shake us up? Why are we so stubborn? Why are we such stubborn human beings? Because we really are. We really are. Well, I'm praying for your husband, my friend. All right, we're going to paint the edges of this. This one is not going to be as, you're going to be able to see the darkness through it. Actually, let's do this first because the yellow might help too. And then we'll put another coat on there. All right, we didn't get enough of this. Go figure. I usually get way too much paint out, and now we didn't get enough on this. All right, so we're going to do this again and get a really good coat on this side. There we go. That's a pretty good coat. Now let's do this one. And we might even do a third coat. We're just going to have to see. I don't think it mattered doing the yellow like I did, so we're just going to skip that step right here. And we'll just do this one. Let's do a little bit more. We have another out of town tournament again this weekend. And so I'm not sure, it may affect our Friday live at 10 a.m. It might. Okay. It might. I don't have the schedule yet. The tiger lily is really pretty. It's bright. It's bright. But I will keep you posted on here if we have to change our Friday live. I just don't know what time. We're driving like an hour and a half away. It's not like out of town, but you get what I'm saying. All right. Now let's do the other side. Oh, we did that side. Looky there. This one needs another coat though. All right, that's good. There is a spot in that wood there that likes it's being finicky. It's not wanting to cover up. All right, we may have to do these in stages because we're gonna have to. So let's just work on. Let's do the pink one and this one. So, and then we'll let that dry and then we'll go back to that. That's totally fine. Let's move our green out of the way since we're done with the green. And with the red, we're gonna mix. a little bit of, or with the pink, we're going to mix a little bit of red with it. Um, let's see. I need a brush to go ahead and mix it. And this is a bigger one. Oh, so we'll get a little bit more paint out. You recently had a wake up call with cancer. Corby got all this cancer and got clear margins. Oh, yes. I don't think I knew that, Corby. Did I? I'm so sorry. All right. We're going to take a little bit. Oh, you can't see what I'm mixing. Sorry. We're going to take a little bit of the red and mix it with the pink because I think that's going to be absolutely beautiful. Pretty, pretty color. All right. Let's go ahead and get it off of our brush and let's. Did y'all hear that? Sounded like Parker dropped something. Parker! Must have dropped something. Look at that pink. Oh my goodness, you guys, that's going to be gorgeous. We may have to paint in there because I can't, if I get it down in there, it's going to get on my green. So we're going to have to just use a little brush to get down in here, which is fine. Whoop, whoop, whoop. It's falling out of my hands. Let's get a good coat on both sides. Let's just do it. All right. That looks pretty darn good. Here's this one. Let's do this one. You guys, these are going to be cute. Just wait till we do the burnishing on them that we're going to do. Oh my goodness, they're going to be so gorgeous. All right, let's get down here. Well, didn't get quite close enough. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Let's go ahead and put another coat on this one because it's dry. That way we have our second coat on it. We'll set that there. Let's do our second coat on this one, or probably our third coat on this one, actually. Okay, I think these look good. These are done. All right, we're going to set those there to dry because those are done for that step. And now we're going to do some light lavender for this one. And then we're going to do a little bit of the, what is it? Grape. Little bit. This grape, that one's not open. It's going to take very, very little to, because it's a dark purple. All right, that one's almost gone. Let's see. Let's go ahead and sponge it first. Where are you guys at? You guys are quiet in the comments. Very quiet in the comments today. Oh, goodness gracious. This purple is gorgeous. Wow. Look at that purple. Oh my goodness. This is going to be so pretty. So, so gorgeous. We're going to just kind of dab on the edges here. Don't forget the tops. I tend to forget the tops of them when I'm doing the edges. So for those of you that are coming to the live event, I worked on one of our projects today and I'm super excited for the workshop. I'm super excited. We have about 14 ladies coming coming to have a creative retreat weekend with me and I'm so excited. I mean, I still have a lot to do and a lot of planning, but I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited. Just taking it all in. I love you, Michelle. Just watching and thinking of dreaming of what we're going to do with yours when you get them. I love it, Marissa. I love it. And that's okay. Sometimes we don't need to say all the words. I think that's one thing that I have tried to be more intentional about this year is actually sitting with silence. Um, because I'm going to tell you, I'm not good at that. And these are colors are absolutely gorgeous, you guys. These are absolutely gorgeous. So this is the apple barrel with a smidgen of red to it. Okay. Do you see how it makes it just such a brighter pink? It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It is my favorite color combination ever. It's the pink eraser from apple barrel and then any red, any true red. Gorgeous. All right. So we did not get a second coat on this one. I don't believe. So we'll do that one. And then, uh-oh, what's that? No, it's just fuzz. Let's go ahead and do this side while these are drying. Actually, we can probably do a second coat on here now. They're pretty dry. Now these will be ready for the back side. There we go. Let me clean this up though, because I don't want to get any of these colors on the opposite side of my piece. All right, now here's the tricky part because I do not have enough of this pink made, so we're gonna have to do some more mixing. Let's put a little bit more red in it. You like to sit in silence at night when everyone is in bed, but you don't do it often. Yeah, it's hard for me to sit in silence. I am a music girl. And I just love having music in my ears. And so to help me sit with silence a little bit more, it's still not silent, but I've transitioned to at certain points of the day where I am just listening to instrumental music. So there are no words. Okay. And I know that's still not silent. Um, but it's something I'm being very intentional about. Let's touch this up a little more right there. Okay. Now, that is going to take a second coat as well, just like the first one did. You would love to come to your event, but not sure the flying due to the trip home from Alaska in January. Oh my goodness. Yes, I totally get that. I totally get that. You'll have to see. So I'm praying about, I don't know if this event's going to be every year or every 2 years. Um, Probably every year. Finding places to have a small retreat like that where it's just really good setting for you guys. I'm very particular about that. And so that's a little bit hard to do. And the place that we have this year, um, I've been on the wait list for it for probably 5 years. I'm not going to lie, probably 5 years. All right, let's do the back side of this one now. And then we can get some, we'll do the second coat on that. Those will be done. And then we can do our burnishing around the edges. There we go. These are going to be gorgeous. I think these colors are going to absolutely beautifully match the I'm going to do the edges on these a little bit more because they are a little bit dark and I don't want them to be dark at all. That tiger lily just doesn't cover very well. There we go. Let's just set that one up right there. Let's do this one. The others covered really well on the edge. We don't need to do those, but this one was a little bit more tricky and difficult. All right. I think that's good. Let's dab up our edges. All right. So I think we have two coats on everything. We need one more of a two coat on this purple. So let's do that. And then we're going to be able to start putting the burnishing around the edges. You have Family Life Radio on all the time. I love Family Life Radio. The instrumental music that I listen to is Bible study music on Spotify. You're hoping for another retreat later this year, but if you have to, well, you'll wait. Ret- I will tell you that retreats are they are very mentally demanding. And I don't say that in a bad way. Um, like I just have a very set intention about how I want them and what I want you guys to experience when you're there. And just their creativity, the relaxation, the just so many parts to it that I want you guys to really walk away from the retreat and just have a rejuvenated soul, a rejuvenated sense of purpose, all of those things. So, and in order to do that, it can be very, I mean, it's a lot of me pouring into you. And so, I don't know that I could do two either. I don't know that I could. All right, let's get these dried. Why does that look funny? Can you see it? It's like splotchy. That looks weird. Why does that look splotchy? Hold on. Let's go ahead and just cover it up. All right, that looks better. Let's check this one out. That said this too a little bit. And I've also had some people ask me about like the virtual to the live, and I don't know if I do, it will only be available to the VIP group, okay? Um, but I haven't decided. I mean, they are paying for an experience, and so I have not yet decided if I'm going to do a virtual option. Paulette, I cannot wait till we put these together and put them by the window. Desiree says there's many days that you turn off the TV, don't mess with your phone or tablet, and either color work on cross stitch project or work on a project at my craft table. That is very intentional to disconnect from everything. I will tell you, it's been a long time since I've done that. It's been a long time since I've done that. All right. So now we're gonna get more sponges. Our pink is wet still. We're going to get three more sponges here. And this is where we're going to use that other color that I talked about that we were bringing in. Okay. So we're going to do, actually, we're going to do the dark purple on this one. We're going to do the yellow on this one. But on the pink one, we're going to do a lighter pink. We're actually going to do a lighter pink. Okay. I was going to do the red, but I think it needs to be lighter. All right, let's put all our paints up. I'm trying to be better at putting stuff up as I go along because I'm so bad at that. All right. All right. Let's go ahead. Actually, instead of getting new sponges, let's just use these. Okay, let's just use these. Whoops, I'm glad that was pink. That one we don't. All right. So we have our three colors here. Let's go ahead and throw those away. You wish you could do that? Why can't you, Debbie? Virtual is. I don't think people like if you were to really sit down and think about it, I'm glad you recognize that, Marissa, because doing a virtual is really hard. Yes, it is harder and more draining. All right. So now we're going to do our burnish technique. Let's do our purple first. And actually, I don't think I want to do the burnish technique. Actually, I think I want to use a brush. I think we're going to use a brush. We're going to use a flat brush. Let's see. That one's probably. How many brushes do you need, Beth? Well, I just need three, but I'm picky. We're going to use those two. And these, I don't, this, we'll use those three. You really thought it was hard, but once you do it the first time, yeah, that is, yeah, I can see that. It's finally spring in northern Wisconsin, so that means puppy dog poop scooping. You're a foster caregiver of 11 puppies, so lots of poop. That's so much fun, though, Connie. That is hard work. Thinking about the lessons of this cleanup. Love that, Connie. I love that you are looking at things like that. That is my intention for all of you guys to take away. And anything that I teach you, any of the lessons that we have, like just all of that, I want you to be able to take something that you learned while crafting and apply it to your everyday life. Okay. Ooh, the dots and lines would be fun too. But I honestly, um, I didn't really want to do the whimsical. I did think about it. I did think about it. And I'm going to go right here and I'm going to pull that up right there. I want that definite line right there. And I'm probably going to sand this down a little bit. Okay. So it's going to look a little bit harsh right now, but that's okay. It's going to look very natural when we're done. Okay. Promise. You need background noises. You don't know why. But I am that too, Debbie. I'm that too. I agree. I definitely agree. That's why I've had to be really intentional about um like I'm not good at quiet. These are going to look so cute. So you could definitely do the burnish technique like I was thinking about, but I just think this is giving more because we're going up into the flower a little bit more. It's giving it just a little bit more of the lines that we want. All right, we're done with that one. Now, I think we are still going to burnish some things though. Okay, so we're just going to do this right up here. We're going to burnish. Can you guys see that okay? You see that okay? Don't forget, always two sides on these. Okay. Now that's going to be sanded down too a little bit. Okay. So it's going to look even softer when you sand it down. You don't want to sand it too much. Okay. So there we have some like streaky vein things, not really streaky vein things, but you know what I'm talking about. But we're gonna sand it down, okay? But then you have this burnish, that soft edge on the top, okay? It's all gonna go together though, I promise. All right, now let's do the yellow. Angel, me too. Silence. I think you're not, I don't think you're alone. Okay. Silence makes a lot of people very uncomfortable. What is the burnish technique? So that's where you put a little, I'll show it to you on this one, where you put some makeup on your sponge, some paint on your makeup sponge, and just kind of get the majority of it off. You put very little on there and you dab it around the edges. I'll show you a little bit closer on this one. To turn off the radio when you did your homework. So that is one thing I can't do, Kathy. I cannot. I have gotten better about being able to read a book if there's instrumental music on, but when I was little, like, my daughter always wanted, like, music playing or something when she was doing her homework, and I'm like, I was your mom, I'm like, "Turn it off. You can't concentrate if you're listening to music, Alicia." But, everybody processes everything differently, so and she graduated with good grades, so apparently it worked for her, right? All right, let's do just a little bit more here, and I'll show you the burnishing technique. All right, so now we're done with that. Oops, we're done with that. We're going to take our sponge and we're going to dab a little bit of paint onto it, and then you're going to dab the most of it off. You're going to dab the majority of it off, okay? So you don't want a ton on here. I I love that you do, Marissa. I'm not full. I mean, I don't have new things to teach every day, but I'm glad that you learn something new every day. So then you just kind of rough it over the edges. And this yellow is a light color, so we're going to put a little bit more on here. Let me try to, just so you can see a little bit on the top here. That yellow is really hard to see, but I just want a little bit of, see how it's just on the tip of it there. So I typically go with a lighter color when I'm doing this, but obviously on the purple, I used a darker. So you can see how they both look, but typically we got yellow on this. Typically, and I gotta be careful wiping it off because I'll wipe my green off too. There we go. All right, these are gonna look so cute when they're done next to the little window. All right, so let's do the same thing for this one. And this one, we're using that really soft pink. What was it? Princess pink is that one, but just any soft pink. You could even probably do white. Could even probably do white. I think that would turn out just as gorgeous if you didn't have a pink. Okay, let's do this side. And I'm not quite going halfway up on these. Okay, not quite going halfway up on these. But again, do what feels comfortable for you, because if you do it and you're like, oh my gosh, I love that, I'm going to go even further up. See, this one I went halfway up. These are not going to look the same, but that's okay. Um, do whatever feels comfortable for you. And sometimes, I mean, Bob Ross was right. The happy little accidents, that's a thing. Like, you just figure out how to. Um, Here's the thing, every time I say I mess something up, I learned something in the process. And you guys, isn't that really synonymous of life? I mean, how many times I'm I've messed a lot of stuff up on my life. I'm going to tell you, I learn lessons quicker when I'm painting than in real life. Let me just say that. Made you crazy? Man, Debbie, you and I are very much alike, because it would have made me crazy too. I guess I'm so glad I'm not alone though, in the not listening to the music when you're doing your homework. I think it's hard. Right. These are going to be gorgeous, you guys. I cannot wait to put them with the window. So when Nicole did hers on Monday, she did a really, really fun whimsical. She did some plaid. I think it was plaid. Maybe it was just stripes. She did some polka dots. It was so cute. So make sure you go watch hers because she did a really, really good job. All right. Oh, and we got purple on this one. See? That one is really stuck on there. Done. We might have to touch up the green on this one. Yeah, we are. That's all right. We'll touch it up. Let me make sure all the others are good before. Yep, they're all good. All right, let's just touch up a little bit. Just a smidgen right there. And we'll just kind of take that back up. There we go. Just blend it in. All right. Now I need to take my sandpaper and we're going to sand these down. Just for some background noise. The pink is gorgeous, Deb. It's one that I mixed. It's my favorite eraser pink or pink eraser from Apple Barrel with some red. It's literally my favorite reason. My favorite reason. My favorite paint combo. Hold on, let me get this stuff out of the way because once we sand, it's going to be all over. Look at all that loveliness. All right. The majority of it's off now. We'll clean it up more later. All right. There we go. She'd have her earbuds in, dancing in her chair. I love it. That's so funny. I'm going to zoom this back out a little bit for you guys. All right. So far, check out these that are going to go with it. These colors. Look, it's going to pull some of the pink with this one. And then we have some of the orange. So look at that. There's some orange in there in several of them. Maybe I should bring them closer to you. I shouldn't have zoomed out yet. Let's do it this way. You see them, those oranges? There's orange, 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 orange. And then here's the pink. See how it's picking up that pink? These are going to look so pretty with it. And then here's some of the purple. You got purple butterfly and then some purple. It's going to look so gorgeous. All right, let's zoom back out. Now, we're going to sand these a little bit. Be careful when you're sanding. And I'm going to sand it. We're just going to soften up the edges some. See how it softened that up some? Okay, it was this dark, but we just softened it up some. Okay. That's all we're doing. Look at that. Okay, can you tell the difference? Just softens it up a little bit. And honestly, I'm just doing the flowers. You could go down and soften more of the um, leaves if you wanted, but I'm just doing the petals. All right, we'll keep that there because we'll use it again. Make sure if you use the purple first that you don't have purple on your sanding disc because it will transfer. Look at that. You see how much softer that looks now? You just have a little tinge of color. I love it. Covered up my comments again. Thank you, Paulette. You guys, these are available in a set of 3. So you're going to get these 3 and they're $5. They're a great price. Or you will get a set plus. If you buy this pack of 5, you do end up paying for one of them, like getting an extra is what I'm saying. You get one extra free. Let's wipe these down and get that dust out of the way before we do the light color, which is the this one. All right, let's turn our pad around just in case we have any purple. I see some tinges of purple and pink down there, and I don't want it on this, so. I love that, you guys. Absolutely gorgeous. Hold on, my table's wet. I don't want it wet when I'm. Absolutely gorgeous. You like this technique? Isn't it gorgeous? I love it. So that's what I'm talking about. See how there's orange in this one? You want to make sure that just look at your sanding pad if you're doing several different things because you don't want to transfer paint. A different color on here. All right. All right, let's put these together and see how they look, you guys. That is totally fine, Michelle. They will still be in the shop. Praise the Lord, Roxy. I'm so glad your back is feeling better and you were able to go to church tonight. Definitely, definitely hope you enjoyed it and got blessed by it. All right. So I should hold this up like this. We're going to put these next to each other, okay? These are so cute. But I'll go take a pretty picture of these for you. So here you go. So these are very more realistic versus more whimsical. Look at that. Look at the yellow in it, you guys. Can you see that? Isn't that gorgeous? Look how cute this is with it. Look. Oh my goodness. That's adorable. Let's do the purple one. Which color is your favorite? The purple, the yellow, or, well, it's kind of an orange, or the pink. Look at these. Oh my goodness. Look how absolutely precious those are. These match this perfectly. You guys, I am really, really happy with how these turned out. I am really happy with how they turned out. Oh my goodness. Look. So stinking cute. So here you go. Let's go back up here a little bit. Nope. Still got my head cut off. Patty likes the purple. Michelle likes the purple. Marissa likes all of them. Paulette, yes, we made the window this morning. It was actually a VIP group tutorial. that I tried to start 3 times, and then I made a mistake on the 3rd time and went on the live on the main page. So it's here in the feed. You can definitely check out this tutorial. And I have 11 of these napkins. So the first 11 orders that order this window today will get a napkin stuck free in their order so that you can create the same thing if you want. But if you're a VIPer, this napkin was in your subscription box for the month, okay? You've grown to love purple. That was your aunt's favorite color. I love that you are using that to honor her, Michelle. I love that. Here you go. Do you see that little tinge of white in there? Well, it's light pink. And this one has some little tinges of yellow. And this one we went darker. Okay. We definitely, like, if you wanted to paint this one, um, well, you could have still painted it the lavender and then done white around the edges if you wanted to go that route. Or you could have painted it purple and then used the lilac, the lavender to do the burnish and these up here. So these are adorable. I absolutely love them. I cannot wait to display it all pretty for you guys and take a picture. But oh my goodness, look at all of that spring goodness. If this does not signal that it's time for spring to come, then I don't know what is. Look at that bouquet of flowers there. That is just the most gorgeous thing I've ever seen. Y'all got to grab some. You got to grab some. I gotta go do it right now. I gotta go put a little vignette together right now. And I gotta go show Big B because these were his favorite. These were his idea. And so it's adorable. Thanks for hanging out with me today, you guys. Um, you got a bonus to this morning. So you got me twice today live here on the main page. Roxy, I think I just mailed yours today, actually. So you probably have tracking in your email. I think I did send yours today. All the orders through yesterday are out. No, there's 3 orders that are not out from yesterday. Thank you, Patty. I'm so glad you love it all. So much fun. So much fun. And I think we're going to resin the inside of these inside the VIP group. Okay. We're going to resin those so it looks like glass. Oh, cannot wait. All right. Thanks for hanging out with me, ladies. As always, I loved getting to hang out with you and chatting with you guys just about creativity, life, heart, Jesus, all the things. Michelle, as long as 11 of them have not been ordered, but I don't think 11 of them have been ordered yet. So if you get an order in, you probably will get one. Yes. When am I going to do the welcome sign? Which welcome sign? You have to let me know which one. I don't know which one you're talking about, Marissa. Thank you, Corby. I'm glad you enjoyed your evening. And I will see you guys very soon. Love you. Bye.